Alright, what's going on, everybody? I guess let me get this down, get this up. Don't worry, I'll be here in just a second. Don't go anywhere. I promise you. See? I'm right here. Just don't go anywhere. Okay? I'm just changing something out really quick. I know you guys hate it when I'm like not here. You're like, oh God, Jordan's gone. And I promise you I'm not gone. I'm just making a quick revision like this, and then we're good. See? We're ready to go. And now we don't have to mess with it anymore. But I needed to go ahead and get this thing going so that way you guys could get the full benefit from today's live stream, because I'm trying to go out and hang out with some friends tonight. I've been working my butt off for the past 2 weeks because I took on my first full-time employee, so that was a big thing. And then yeah, so he's been working with me, and we've been basically putting together a plan to reach 7 figures by about April or May of 2019. And so that's my goal, is to be making a 7-figure income on an annual basis. It's funny, this kid who's 16, he said he showed his age before he said anything. Oh God. He said that he showed his age before he actually said anything. I'm just going to keep this off. And he was saying how $250,000 isn't a lot of money, and how basically that, or making more than $250,000 in less than 2 years isn't a lot of money. And I was like, man, I don't think you understand what it takes to build a 7-figure business. This isn't just like a lot of the people you see. That's very, very few and far between. And I want you guys to understand that too. Like, there are very few people that are going out here and making 6-figure months in their first year. That's just not ideal for 95% of businesses, probably, if not more. It just doesn't happen like that. You have to have time to grow. People don't have, $100,000 to kick off their business all the time, right? I definitely didn't have that, and I'm sure a lot of you don't have that. So it's funny because people think that they know a lot about business, and then he says, oh, well, I'm only 16, so I don't know if you should listen to me. I'm like, well, no offense to 16-year-olds, because there are definitely some young people out there running a super successful agency. I've seen 16-year-olds out there making $100,000 a month, but again, that is a very rare case. It's not to knock that person or say they aren't intelligent, because I'm sure they're super intelligent, but it's just not common, okay, for most people, even myself, okay? I want you guys, it's not just, you guys, it's me included. I haven't made my million yet, and that's what I'm very close to doing. It took me about it's going to take me about 2.5 years to reach that point, but I'm okay with that. Like, who's in it? Why are you? I feel like too many people are in a rush, and they don't take the time to enjoy the climb, and getting up there to see that that success that you guys dream of, or that I dream of even. Like, why do you have to rush it? If you get there so quickly, it's not as fun, I feel. Like, you don't get to have the fun of learning how to build a business, and how to build a team, and how to scale that business to 7 figures. I get too many people all the time who come to me, and my mindset is completely different now than when I first started in business forever ago. Like, I look at businesses on a basis of whether they are scalable or not. I have people who come to me all the time and say, Jordan, I've got a really cool business idea, and they tell it to me, and then I think about it, and I'm like, well, that business isn't really scalable, so I don't really think it'd probably be a good idea. And then they're like, well, why? I think that it's totally scalable. How is it not scalable? And then there's just a lot to really consider with the business. And that kind of it definitely plays into you guys' marketing agencies. If you guys are trying to scale a marketing agency, then that means that you have to understand how to scale a business, number one, but how specifically do you scale an agency? It comes down to hiring internally, getting softwares and systems in place, those systems being operations, which we found a really awesome tool this week that I'm going to be kind of integrating with if you guys are familiar with some of the project planning and mapping out that I always talk about because of how important it is. We found this really cool tool that's going to help with workflows, and will actually help get all of the social posts and blog posts done and I have a team of over 25 people working for me. So now what we can do is we can integrate all of those steps into each one of those processes. Like, for example, if we need a Facebook page post created, we will have steps and guidelines to help them create a Facebook post. There will be a questionnaire at the beginning that says, what kind of post is this? Is this an image? Is it a video? Is it a repost of content? Is it completely original? You know, all of that is stuff that we'll be able to formulate into this software. So if you guys want to see that, do me a favor and say, yes, I want to see that software at some point. Jordan, please make a video, you know, some variation of that. Leave it in a comment really quick so I can see if you guys actually want to see that video. If we get 10 people who say that they want to see it, then I'll go ahead and create it. Because there are about 30 people on here, so if I get roughly 30% of people say they want to see it, so cool. So far we've got 4, so if y'all really want to see it, y'all better say something now, because I'm not going to make it if 10 people don't say it. I'm telling you right now. Also, y'all do me a favor, and if I've helped you at all whatsoever, people always ask me how you guys can help me, right? You guys want to provide value to me. The biggest thing I can do or ask of you guys is just to hit the thumbs up thing. The thumbs up and leaving comments like this. Okay, so you guys definitely want to see it. We're definitely at 10. Okay, so I'll create a video on it. But you know, that if you guys want to help me at all, that's the best way you can help, is by just throwing a thumbs up on there. That truly helps me more than anything you could possibly know. Anytime, if you ever want to help me, anytime you see a video get published and it's from my channel, if you really want to help, just go to that video, watch it for a couple minutes, see if it's something that interests you, and throw a thumbs up on there and leave a comment. That's all I ever ask of you guys. I don't want any, like, the super chats are great, but that's like Jordan getting a bonus. That's all that is. That's honestly like a pat on the back for me. But since you guys want to see it, I'll go ahead and create that video. I think you guys will really, really like this software. Trust me. If you're struggling planning the content, planning how you're going to get your team to work together, what we're going to do is we're going to set up ours first. So it might take me a little bit. We're planning, like, we're just now seeing this software. So we have to take some time to plan how we're going to use it, how we're going to integrate it into each step or into each role in our business. So designers versus copywriters versus creative directors versus schedulers, you know, all of that, right? We have to integrate it into each role specifically, and then once we do that, we have to train our team on how to use it and then integrate that back with Asana. So there's still a lot of work until I can get to that video, and I want to make sure, obviously, I'm not just putting out a crap video for you guys, right? You guys like the quality videos that we put out. So we'll make sure to, you know, get that video out, but I'm going to make sure we get it down pat first, so that way you guys get something useful. But let me go through here. I haven't started any of these comments. Bored personful, what's going on, man? Richard, what's up? Dylan, how's it going? Jamie, hi. Ted says, yeah, that's me. Hi. Ted, ridiculous. Got any tattoos? Yes, I do have one tattoo. It's on my back. If you guys really want to see it, we can do that sometime. I don't know if I'm going to do it right now, only because I am super freaking full. How many of you guys like hibachi and sushi? Because that's what I had for dinner tonight. And just a little, like, piece of advice for you guys. If you like sushi, next time you go to a sushi place, look on the sushi menu and see if they have something that is fried, number 1, and number 2, has cream cheese in it. Fried cream cheese with tuna, spicy tuna and crab, and then a little eel sauce on top. Y'all want to talk about, like, the best thing you ever put in your mouth? Dude, I'm telling you right now, sushi's where it's at. But I'm so full right now that I would, I'm just like, I feel the food baby just sitting here. Like, and I'm not a big guy at all. So this food baby's something. Y'all don't want to see that. Steve, what's going on, man? Carrie, hey, you can do it. I will. It's just Jordan. Yep, true, 99%. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. What's the most important part in a strategy for SMMA? Christopher Woods, I really suggest you get, man, I wish you had my course, because I uploaded a video today. We've actually uploaded like 6 or 7 new videos to the course this week. A big group of them was on using ManyChat and automation messenger bots. We had a guy named Chris Harden, who's one of my partners, who helps me with real estate agents. He helps run their automation campaigns for me, because you guys should be outsourcing. You don't need to do all of this yourself. You can't. But anyways, he does fantastic for real estate. That's where he started off in his niche. So he and I are working together to kind of take his approach to using ManyChat and kind of make it universal to where we can use it for pretty much any niche, right? We don't want it to only be limited to real estate. That's just where he niched himself in and got started, built a platform around selling that template to real estate agents and then implementing that template on their ManyChat for them. So it's really, really cool. He's got a really cool business model. But he came on the course and did a bunch of different trainings on ManyChat, and then I uploaded one today on local SEO, or not local SEO, local campaign strategies that are effective. And I'll just give you guys, even though you're not in the course, I'll give you guys kind of the preview of how that conversation or that training went. Essentially, it comes down to this. If you guys want the keynotes of that training, which will answer your question here, Christopher, it's not the most important part, because there is no one most important part. I want you to understand that. It is a effective strategy for social media marketing, because most of you, and I seriously take notes on this because I'm probably going to ask a question on it later. But no, seriously, most of you run marketing campaigns for local businesses. All right, and here's the issue I see a lot of people have. They don't understand that local businesses do business online completely differently than you see someone like myself or Ty Lopez or any of these other people do, okay? I can reach a national and international audience, so I can do a completely different style of campaign than a local gym, okay? Why? Well, think about it. If I'm local somewhere, if I live in Atlanta, which I do, I live near Atlanta. If I live in Atlanta and I'm looking for an attorney, a contractor, a restaurant, a gas station, a child daycare center, a nanny, whatever it is, whatever I'm looking for, I'm probably going to start with Google first. Why? Because that's where you go. I don't go to Facebook to search for a local nanny unless Google didn't provide something that I wanted, right? Or that fit my search, right? So as long as Google or Yahoo or Bing or whatever search engine you're using provides those search results properly, and your business shows up in those search results, you're going to get leads, right? As long as you're showing up at the top, probably 5, you're going to get leads guaranteed. And even the ones, you know, that aren't 5, that are 6 through 10, they're still getting leads, just not as many as the 1 through 5, obviously. And obviously that goes up as the higher you go up on Google search rankings. So what I'm trying to say is, for local businesses, what should step 1 in their marketing campaign be? Probably number 1, SEO, or number 2, pay-per-click. Why? Because both of those are methods to get you on the first page of Google. Now, how do you know which one to use? Pay-per-click is what? More instantaneous, right? It's going to get you there now. SEO is going to take 2 to 3 months to get you to start ranking for keywords that you care about, right? So take that into consideration. Do they have the budget to last 2 to 3 months? If so, SEO might be the better way to go, because you're going to get that consistent lead gen drip, right? And it's not as expensive as pay-per-click, because pay-per-click, that's where I want to kind of break into. It works for a lot of industries, but you have to have the budget. So if you go in and sell, I always like to give this example because it's a perfect example. If you have an attorney, or if you're looking to talk to an attorney, right, or land a marketing contract with an attorney. If that's the case, and you go to a large city like Atlanta or New York or Los Angeles or any major city, attorneys in every major city, even the ones that aren't major. Jacksonville is not a major city, yet attorneys in Jacksonville were spending, just with one agency, because they all, trust me, they work with multiple agencies. The big time attorney firms in Jacksonville were spending probably $50,000 to $100,000 per month on Google pay-per-click campaigns. That's just the pay-per-click. That's not the TV ads, email, website, social marketing, all of that. Content creation, you know, anything else they're doing that's more industry specific. So like an attorney-based lead gen site, something like that. They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month to get these clients. Why? Because they have the budget and they're going to make the money off of it. They know that. As long as they show up on the top search results, they'll get 90% of the traffic in Jacksonville, right? So you have to understand that. If I try to go with a PPC campaign for an attorney and they only have $1,000 per month to spend, and these businesses are over here spending $30,000 to $50,000 per month, Do you think I'm going to compete with them at all? No. Why? Well, because pay-per-click is based in inventory. All right, so what does Jordan mean? Inventory, it's searches online. Well, that's exactly what it is. Inventory is that search traffic or that search volume online. So think about it. If there's a keyword, right? Pay-per-click, I'm taking this off, I'm getting hot. Pay-per-click is based in keywords, right? So if someone goes to Google, and I know this is super distracting. Jordan's getting naked. No, I'm kidding. I'm not getting naked. But I'm sorry, I crack myself up sometimes. All right. So if the search, say we are trying to run a pay-per-click campaign, and one of the keywords we're going to target is attorney or family attorney in Atlanta. That's the keyword set we want to target, right? Family attorney in Atlanta. Anytime someone goes to Google and types in that search term, Google tracks that, right? So let's say in a month, 1,000 people type in that search, right? Family attorney in Atlanta. If 1,000 people type in that search, right, that means there's only 1,000 people I can show that ad to when that keyword is searched, that keyword phrase is searched. Meaning, if there's company number 1 and company number 2 and company number 3, 4, 5, right? We're talking about all the rankings for PPC on Google. If the first ranking, second ranking, third ranking, they're all spending $10,000 to $50,000 per month, how much of that 1,000 in traffic do you think I'm going to get if I'm only spending $1,000? Probably not much, maybe 2 to 3% of that traffic. So, and if that's 20 to 30 views, that's impressions, that's not your clicks, and that's not your leads, because those people aren't guaranteed to click, and those people aren't guaranteed to become a lead because they aren't always necessarily going to click call or fill out the form, especially if your website sucks. All right, so let's get into step 2. All right, so you guys kind of get where I'm going with all of that. Step 2 is this: remarketing. Right? That's the whole thing. You have to think of the sales funnel when you think of these campaigns. You don't just need to think of, okay, how am I going to get this lead to the site? Because on average, if you guys have heard of a guy named Jeffrey Lant says that it takes on average 7 times of reaching out to someone and making a meaningful point of contact with them or a meaningful engagement with them 7 times at minimum before they will actually consider to buy or take some sort of action that you deem valuable. That could be calling in, setting an appointment, whatever, right? So 7 times. So if I'm only sending a message to someone 1 time and then I don't talk to them again for 6 months, what's the likelihood that they bought your product? Probably not. They probably went with a competitor, right? So I say all of this to say that the next step is obviously going to be remarketing. We need to find a way to stay in front of them again and again until they buy. So a couple of things come into play here. Numero uno is the time frame for the sales cycle. How long does it take you to sell that customer, right? For that business. If it's an attorney, how you're going to want to talk to the business owner. Mr. Business Owner, when someone first sees your brand or they first start searching for a family attorney, how long does it usually take after they first start searching for an attorney of your service to set it up and actually get going? Is this usually a short time frame, or is it going to take usually 2 to 3 months? Is it 6 months? Is it a year? What is it, right? Once you find that out, then that's what you build your remarketing campaign around, right? If they found the first point of contact, which was some kind of ad or something like that, right? It's SEO, they found a piece of content, or they found a search, they found us through a pay-per-click ad on Google or something like that, right? And we drove them to a landing page about family law, right? We would want to remarket to them on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email, whichever one of those are all 4 great remarketing platforms, right? You can do display ads across other websites if you really have the budget, display ads and banner ads everywhere, following them around everywhere, right? Because that's how you get a sale. You stay top of mind. I know you guys have heard of the phrase top of mind awareness. If you haven't, that is a key marketing term right there that essentially just means stay up here. Be in their head when they start to consider, okay, I'm going to buy now. That's when you need to be in their head. And if you're not, you're going to have an issue, okay? So that's part 2. Part 1, SEO PPC. Part 2, a super strong remarketing campaign. Here's that. And that's, again, one of the issues I wanted to mention. You guys are going into the campaign or going in to sell a business locally, and then you're saying, okay, we're just going to run Facebook ads, we're going to get all this cold traffic in with Facebook ads, and then we're going to remarket on Facebook, and then we're going to remarket on Facebook again until we get those sales. And it's just like, guys, that doesn't, it's not that Facebook ads aren't effective, that's not a effective way to use Facebook ads as a marketing tool. And not to say that that won't work, okay? So I don't want you guys to say, oh, well, Facebook ads, they'll never work. That's not true. I'm not saying that. Facebook ads can be top of funnel style ads if you focus on quality video, quality content. But again, we're talking about local businesses here. Number one, they don't have cameras or video equipment or the budget usually to shoot a ton of these high quality videos. And even if they do, they usually come up with an issue like, I don't have the time to do it, right? So how do you do that? Well, you can't really focus on a content-based approach starting off with Facebook if they don't have the time or the budget or the means to create that content. You can't just force it to happen, right? You have to work around what's working for that business, how they work, what type of effort are they willing to put in for their campaigns. If they're willing to put in the effort, go all out. But if not, you're going to have to get creative and say, okay, well, what is the best strategy then outside of creating a content-focused strategy on Facebook? Well, SEO PPC do really great for local businesses. Follow up with some remarketing on Facebook, Instagram, email, YouTube. YouTube's even, it's a remarketing tool, guys. It is a search engine. So people are going there to do searches. If I'm searching for a family attorney, say I'm sitting on YouTube and I've already been to your website, now you're remarketing to me on YouTube, that's going to put it back in my head again, right? So what do y'all think number 3 is? Been through and I want y'all to answer this because I'm not going to just give you the third answer. I want you guys to think about this. If the first step is cold traffic, right, getting me to find out about who your business is, the second step is the remarketing, so using Facebook, Instagram, email, YouTube, right? What do you think the third step is, or what do you think the third most important part is? What do you think number 3 would be? What's step 3 that's going to get them to convert? Anybody? Okay, this person's getting booted. Bye. No. Don't undo it. There. No. I meant to hide you. Hide user. Okay, now. Follow up. Somebody says follow up. Someone says email marketing. Nope. Landing page, that's close. That's the closest one we've got so far. We said email marketing was in 2. Email is a remarketing tool. It's not a cold traffic tool. It can get you to convert. So I guess, yes, but that's not the part I'm talking about. That's what drives people, but so do Facebook ads. So that's still remarketing, right? Reputation, retargeting. Nope, that's part 2. Repeat the question. Ah, there we go. Carolyn Francis. You have it correct. It is the website. So it's not the landing page. The landing pages are usually used to drive leads, right? That's what's used to get someone interested. You can use them to sell product, but most people are using them to drive leads. What actually gets someone to convert is considered the website, right? The money site, all right? That's what I want you guys to understand. I can do all of this stuff, right? I can create really great SEO content. I can create really great PPC ads. I can create a really awesome, I can even do really well with SEO as far as my website is concerned, on-site SEO, right? But if I have a poor design, if my page takes 14 minutes to load, if once they get to the site, the navigation bars are funky, if the design is just out of date and it looks like it was built in the 70s, that's going to hinder you from converting all of that traffic, even the qualified ones, that you're sending to that site. Right? And if the site is the point where they get either the phone number and make the call, or they get onto the form and set the appointment to, meet up with you, or purchase a product, or, whatever it may be that you consider valuable, if they get there to do that and then they get there and they realize this website is crap, I'm done, right? Bye. I'll go talk to the business owner who's got their crap together, has the beautiful website, and looks professional. Because that's what you don't understand. Well, not you guys. That's what the business owners usually don't understand. That website is a direct representation of their business. And if they have a crap website, that's saying you're lazy. In today's day and age, you need to have a solid website that performs well, it looks well, that says I spent time on this, or I spent a decent amount of money. I didn't just go to Wix and say, oh, cool, I'm going to spend $500 on a website. No, guys, as much as you want to do things on a budget for people, what I recommend is looking at them, and this is why people sell themselves short and don't make money doing this. They sell themselves short. I go into a business owner who says, I only have $500 to spend, and I say, look, Mr. Business Owner, I could build you a website for $500. No problem. That'd be super easy. Honestly, here's the deal. I'm going to build you that $500 website, and though you think it's helping, number one, it's not going to help you. Why? Because you're not going to show up in search engine results, because you're not going to put the time and energy into it to market it properly to where it will show up on search engine results. And just trust me, it's not that you are stupid. It has nothing to do with that. It's to do it properly, to really build a website that's going to be able to compete with all of your competitors out there who are paying agencies to do all of those things for them. That's very difficult to do. All right. What I recommend doing is at least bumping that up. I know this is hard, but at least bumping that up or saving up until you can do another 1,500 on top of that 500. All right, run a business page on Facebook first. Start building your traffic there. Use that as your website. But trust me, do not waste, number one, your time, because that time you can't get back, Mr. Business Owner. And number two, your money, because that money is seriously, you can just save it and hold on and keep putting a little bit away at a time until you can afford to have that website. Trust me, businesses start this way all the time. They start on Facebook first and they use that as their website. You don't have to actually try and, what is it? Okay, I'm sorry. I got this weird message, guys. But yeah, I think you guys get what I'm saying. The website is super important. Do your job as the marketer and say, look, I want to help you out. I want you to have a website because I know how important that is for a business. But I would be doing you a disservice if I tried to sell you a website. And anybody who comes in here and tries to sell you a website for $500 isn't really or truly concerned about your business. And again, this has nothing to do with me making money. This actually has a lot to do with saving you a lot of money and a lot of time, because if you put in that effort up front to get a $2,000 WordPress website built instead of doing a templated builder, though yes, they are simple and easy and super cheap, doesn't mean it's worth that time and effort. Trust me, with websites, it's always quality over quantity, okay? Go in that explanation. Like, seriously, if you have to watch that, that was such good. I'm not even trying to, I'm going to blow my own head up here, but that was good. That's exactly how I would approach it too, is go in there and you have to be the one to say, look, I'm the marketing expert. You're not. You should really take into consideration what I have to say, despite, look, and other businesses will come in here and try and sell you that $500 website. And I understand, but again, they don't have your best interest in mind. I promise you that. And you may not see it now, but in 2 years from now, when you're trying to upgrade that site and you see how much it's going to cost you to take everything and migrate it over to that new site that you have, plus pay extra to get it all redesigned and reformatted and done properly, it's going to be 3 times as expensive then, as opposed to just doing it the proper way now and making it into a website that we can actually build on in the future and not have to completely redo, right? Explain it like that, you guys are going to land clients. All right, let me get back up because I know we had a bunch of stuff come in here. Oh God, I got off on a rant, guys, but I think that was super important and I think that was pretty valuable for you guys. You guys let me know what you thought about that last little bit there. Looking to expand Upwork or white label agency? Upwork. Build your team. Focus on building internally. Stop trying to outsource everything completely, right? It's okay to outsource stuff, but it's not okay to outsource every aspect of an entire branch of your business. So the 5 major branches with SWEPS, if you guys haven't seen that video, go look up SWEPS. I'm not going to explain the acronym because I explain it every time. If you haven't seen it, go look up SWEPS. That's SWEPS. To cover those 5 major pieces, if you tried to outsource one of the whole entire piece for social media marketing, you're doing it completely wrong. You need to start focusing on building an internal team, because that's what you have to scale. You can try building it based off third-party agencies. Personally, you're not going to make as much money. You're going to have a worse product quality marketing product because you're working in silos that are not even in the same business structure. So my opinion, build internal teams and focus on quality people who work for you. Pay them well. Make sure that you don't treat them like crap, and you'll get a great result for your clients. What's the best sushi place in Atlanta, Jordan? I honestly don't know the best sushi place in Atlanta. I'm not like a sushi connoisseur. I do love sushi, but as far as being the best one in Atlanta, I haven't gone on that hunt yet, so I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll go on that soon. Yes, Cali and Philly rolls. LOL, Gucci. Is this Gucci gang gonna keep going like this? I'm okay with it. I have no problem. I'll Gucci gang all night, but y'all calm down. Calm down. Fiverr, not really my personal preference. Bored personful. You should go on my YouTube channel, look at my not this week's live stream, but the week prior to this. Go type in Nathan Hirsch on my channel. Just type serial entrepreneur and then Nathan Hirsch. That's N-A. I don't know why I always try to spell stuff for you guys when I can. All right, I'm typing the name of the guy into the chat. Nathan Hirsch. Just go type in serial entrepreneur and then Nathan Hirsch on YouTube. You'll find that video. I recommend looking at that video, number one, to start, and then number two, checking out Nathan's platform, FreeUp. Nathan is the owner of FreeUp. It's like Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, all of these freelance sites. But I really like FreeUp because they actually find the workers and vet the workers for you. They kind of take care of like 50 to 60% of the interviewing process for you, right? And they don't charge anything for that. That's just a part of their service. They take money out of the revenue that their freelancers make. So check out that video. You guys will like that. I'm 16. Can I do the same thing you do at this age? Jessica, again, I've seen 16-year-olds who make it. It's not about your age. It's about, number one, your confidence in yourself. You can't look at yourself and say, oh, I'm 16, I'm going to go into these businesses and they're going to look at... You have to go in there and rock it. All right, especially if you're 16, you have to be able to go in there and rock it. The only way that you can actually go in there and really kill it is be confident. How do you get confident? Number one, practicing your sales pitch. Number one, understanding digital marketing. If you do not understand digital marketing, especially as a 16-year-old, you're going to go in there and those business owners are going to tear you apart and it's not going to be fun. Understand digital marketing. Truly understand it, because if you don't, you're going to suffer. Number two is understand the sales process, understand how to sell it, and sell it confidently. Go in there and tell them, no, Mr. Business Owner, actually you're kind of, and I don't mean to sound rude, but you're wrong. This is actually how this works. I wouldn't phrase it that harshly, especially in a sales meeting. Unless you're actually 16, they might think that shit's cool. I would test it. I wouldn't necessarily do it every time, but I would test it. And if it works, go for it again. Show them that you're there to do business. That's what I would want to see from a 16-year-old. If you come in there, though, and I can tell you're not confident and you're fumbling over your words and you're having a hard time explaining things to me, I'm just going to be like, look, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you even trying to do this. That's super brave of you, but you're not ready. And I would tell you that straight to your face, because I'm not going to give you $5,000 if you don't even look comfortable touching $5,000. Okay? What's a good place to ask? Okay, I just answered that one. How do you give feedback to a client around payment dates? Literally each time one is late 2 to 3 weeks, and I've tried to be direct, etc. I know I need to update my contract to mention interest maybe. Maya, so not interest, but a service fee. If they are late on their payments, you say, fine, that's fine. We're going to assess another 15% on top of your budget that you owe us, or 20%, 30%, whatever you think it's going to take to make them pay it on time. But put some kind of stipulation on there. And see, here's the other thing. A lot of people want to be paid up front. A lot of bigger agencies do net 30. So that's a different style of pay. So really, I mean, that's kind of the thing. You have to be able to set the expectation up front with them. Like, look, we don't deal with late payments. If we get a week behind on any payment, like if we're 7 days, more than 7 days, you have to give a grace period. Excuse me. You have to give a grace period. In business, it's kind of etiquette. You have to give a grace. You don't have to. Most businesses give a grace period because you don't want to be that, for lack of better words, douchebag of a, not employer, but firm, agency to work for them, right? You want to be able to give them, a little bit of leniency. And I'm not saying if they're late every single time, 7 days behind, you shouldn't say something. But what I am saying is if they're late 7 days one time, great. 3 months later, they do it again. That's fine. Okay. But give them that little bit of grace period. And what I would say is if you're more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, then we're going to assess a 15%, 30%, whatever fine or fee on top of the budget. So if your budget was $1,000 that month, we're going to do 30%. You pay an extra $300 just for it being late. That'll get people to pay. How do you know how much to pay the social media managers? What's a good monthly retainer for someone to post on the business IG and Facebook monthly? See, Isaiah, that's the thing. You have this thought in your head, social media manager, that is one job. It's not. Social media managers should not exist, in my opinion, because a social media manager, that means that they would be responsible for knowing graphic design, video editing, copywriting, how to create linking structures, and I mean, honestly, that alone is enough, but you have to break it down further than that. We have copywriters, we have designers, we have people who manage the scheduling of posts, we have community managers, so those people communicate with people who leave comments or messages, stuff like that. So there's several different positions that you actually need to consider. I've put together several videos on building your team for your agency. Go to my channel, just type in building or team, serial entrepreneur, and then team. That'll probably bring up all the videos for you. Okay, so IQ says, I think my custom packages are making it hard to predict outsourcing costs. Thoughts? So what you need to do is look at, again, each job individually, all right? So break it down with the 5 branches first, social, all of the branches, right? And then look at each branch individually and say, okay, what would it take to get SEO complete? What would it take to get web development finished, a website job finished? What's it going to take for this? And then look at how much those hourly rates are going to be, because that's the thing. I can't give you one rate for each job. It just doesn't work like that. There's different levels of experience, right? And that different, like for example, a web developer, you'll find someone who's $5 per hour because they're in India, or you can find someone who's $18 per hour in India, but that's their scale in India. You come here to the US, it's like $20 for a basic web developer, and it's like $150 per hour for a super experienced, well-known web developer, right? So that's the thing. There isn't one way to tell you guys. You have to get on there and say, okay, I need to look at portfolio. Like, you actually have to be willing to go on there and sit on Upwork for hours. Like, if you're going to be the one responsible for hiring, unfortunately, that's what the person who hires for any other corporation out there has to do. They sit there and look at job profiles and portfolios and resumes and all of that shit every day. Like, they look at that every day, and that's it. If you don't have someone who can manage that job and you need to hire 10 people really quickly, you're going to have to sit there on Upwork and do that. I've had to do it probably 100 times just this year. Because when you're outsourcing, you have people fall off and you have people who just don't work out. They don't do the job properly or the way you expected to. So you have to find, again, it just takes time. Me and Ted were actually talking about it earlier today. I have about, I think it's like 6 people who have been with my agency for over 8 months now. It's like anywhere from 6 to 8 months, about 6 people who have. All right. So, I mean, it's just hard to do. There is turnover in running a business, and it's not just turning over leads. It's turning over clients. Well, that too, but turning over employees. That's another big part. So there's a lot for you guys to consider. Cannon says, Cannon or Cannon? I think it's Cannon. Cannon. I like Cannon better. Cannon says, stoked, this is my first live stream. What's going on, Brandon? What's up? Checking in. Limp Bizkit is major, though? What? Where did that come from? Oh, gosh. Limp Bizkit is major. Email reputation. Oh, that's where I was asking you guys. Okay. Can you put a website on Google My Business? Can you... What? Google My Business is the business manager platform. I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about. What's a good place to make a website? WordPress. Every single time. Well, I won't say every time, because there are some times where you don't want to use WordPress. But for the most part, most local businesses that you guys are going to deal with, WordPress. Entrepreneur Talk, what's going on? It's the first real interaction between a customer and business. I'm going to guess that was something I said. That was to something I said earlier. Hang on. By the way, guys, if you want to make sure that, I don't know if I started this last week, and I think it's going to be good since we're getting over 50 people pretty much every single time we do a live stream now. If you want to make sure that a question gets answered, I will make sure if you leave a super chat of any amount, if you leave a super chat of over $1, don't give me 15 cents and say, Jordan, answer this question. If you leave a super chat over $1, I will make sure that your question gets answered before I get off this call. Like, even if it's been going an hour and a half and you guys are super chatting me, I will make sure that your question gets answered. Deal? Because, you know, I have things I want to do, and actually I'm about to get off and close this off now. So if you have a question you want to get answered right here, you have about 3 more minutes, because we're going to do the giveaway here in a second. You have about 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to cut it out. Because obviously, like, I can't do an hour every time. I will get to the point where we can do an hour every time, but I'm going to have to switch up the time frame, because it's like 9 o'clock on a Thursday every night. And I know that helps for you guys who are on the West Coast and stuff like that, but Jordan has a life. What? Never mind. That was so douchey. Jordan has a life. I need to stop talking in third person. I hate it when people do that. That's not me. It's just not. I can see Ty Lopez, like, sitting in his mirror, like, oh, in the morning, like, morning, Ty. You ready to get out there and make some money today and get all this knowledge and read all these books? Let's go get it, Ty. Okay. All right. Let's see. Whoa. Why is my name highlighted right there? Oh, because he tagged the name. Dope. I like that. Can we know your full strategy to contact business owners? I think I've covered that in some videos I've done before. But anyways, okay, so I do want to get out of here, though, at some point tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys a quick question. And my question is the same question it always is at the end of these videos. Are you guys ready for the mentorship giveaway? If so, do me a favor and leave a comment in the comment box saying, yes, you are ready. If not, you don't qualify. And then the next thing is you need to hit the thumbs up button, because, again, that's another reason that you don't qualify. If you don't hit the thumbs up button, I'm not going to give you a mentorship course for free if you can't do the bare minimum for me. It's a $100 course. Oh, and I want you guys to answer a question for me, because we're thinking about doing a little bit of restructuring. Me and Ted were talking about it today, because I want to make it super affordable for everyone, and I think everyone would love this mentorship course, right? Like, that's half the reason why you guys come here every single Thursday, is just to try and win that mentorship course. So, question for you guys. If I were to restructure it a little bit, would you guys, and yes or no in the comments to the right, would you guys pay $10 per month? That's it. $10 per month to get access to the mentorship course, where we do 4 live trainings every single month, and it comes with 9 bonus videos, I believe, in the course. So if you do write $10 and say I would buy it, $10 per month, that's it. Just $10 per month. That's $120 per year to get, what is that? 4 times 12 is 48 live trainings with me. 48 live trainings. You wouldn't pay $120 per month, or $120 a year. So we're thinking about doing that. You guys, if you guys want that, we're going to do a little bit of restructuring, because I want to be able to offer that to everyone. Like, we get so much engagement on this live stream, just because I'm honestly afraid, though, if I give it away for $10, are y'all gonna stop coming to my live events? I gotta ask that question, because that's a pretty good point, Jordan. I'm kidding. No, that's a pretty good point, though. If I give it away for $10 and all y'all are in the mentorship course, I'll never see y'all on the lives again. Yeah, we'll stop, bro. Oh, God. Okay. So how about this? Let's be honest. Oh, God. Yeah, no live. Oh, God. Okay. You guys are awesome. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and make a promise to you guys. By next week, we're going to run this live. All right. And here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. But you have to be here next week. If you're on the live next week, I'm going to give everyone who's on the live next week their first month off for free. You don't even have to pay the $10. All right? Then, after that, it's $10 per month. So, everyone who comes next week and is on the live, I'm going to give everyone the mentorship course. So, how about that? That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to give a mentorship course away today. All right? We're not going to do that today. What I am going to do is, if you guys show up on next week's live, I'm going to give everybody their first month free. And then I'm going to give it to you for $10 per month after that. Now, I'm not going to guarantee the price. Well, actually, what I will do is I'll guarantee that the price will stay $10 for you per month forever if you sign up, you know, within the next probably month after that. But I can't guarantee that the price will stay the same, especially if we sell, you know, 100 of them very quickly. I'm going to raise the price to $20 because it's obviously worth it, right? We're trying to build up our courses. We have our personal brand course. We're looking at a bunch of different things. So you guys aren't getting a course today, but come to the live next week, and I promise you every single one of you will get it for free for the first month. And then after that, you'll get it for $10 per month. All right? Does that sound like a deal? You guys, if it sounds like a deal, I just need you to do me one more favor and type yes in the comments box. So that way I know you guys are good with that. And then we'll pretty much close it out here. And I'll see you guys next week. Duck, yeah. What does that say? Came for the hookers and cocaine. What is that from? He's like something in the strippers and cocaine. I can't remember what, but that's what it sounds like. It's from a movie or something. I can't remember what it is. Somebody just gave me $1.99. I love these super chats, man. Bored personful. Super happy about that. Thank you so much. Shoot me a message if I didn't get to answer your question, and you like, if you didn't have a question, just wait till next week to ask me. Like, I really am trying to go hang out with some friends tonight, and I don't, you know, always want to work. But if you did have a question that I didn't get to, all you have to do is just send it to me, and I'll make sure to get with you. If not tonight, I will get with you tomorrow and answer your question. Because like I said, I guaranteed that I would answer your question, and I'm a man of my freaking word, right? I ain't no Ty Lopez, definitely not Ryan Hildreth. By the way, have y'all noticed that? Never mind, I'm not, nothing. Don't give him any attention. Don't go look at his videos. Don't watch his channel. Don't do any of that. That only helps him. All right, guys. Thursday. All right, so let me reiterate all of this because, oh, we have another announcement. All right, so two things. We're going to get out of here after this. Number one, for any of you who just joined, if you want access to the mentorship course for free, I'm giving it away to everybody next week. You're going to get 1 month for free. And then after that, our price right now is $100 per month. We're going to do some restructuring. I want to make it more affordable for everybody. And I think the best way to do that is we're going to cut the price 90%. I'm going to go down to $10 per month. We're going to do a little bit of restructuring on the course. And you guys will get live access to me almost 48 times in a year for $120 for a year. $120 for the whole year. You get 48 live trainings with me. You cannot beat that deal. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. Announcement number 2. Guess who's doing a Black Friday sale? Your boy. Your boy. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is yet. I'm going to wait till it gets a little bit closer to Black Friday. But we're going to run one Black Friday sale for the Digital Marketing School for those of y'all looking to get in that. And we're going to do a bigger Black Friday sale for the personal branding course because we're trying to pump that course up like I mentioned earlier. And we want a bunch of people who want to start brands or start YouTube channels or blogs and people who want to make passive income running a YouTube channel or a blog. We're going to take a ton of new students on Black Friday doing those giveaways, and not giveaways, but doing those Black Friday sales. I mean, it's going to be the cheapest you're going to be able to get it ever. I'm not giving it away at this price ever again. Like, just trust me. Pay attention over this next month. You guys are going to have a lot of fun and get a lot of cool stuff at a really great value. Why? Because y'all have helped me so much over these last couple of months. You have no idea how much my stuff has grown, and I want to give back because that's just the kind of guy I am. So I'm going to see you guys next Thursday. Make sure you show up so you get the free stuff, right? I'm giving it away to free for everybody, all right? Share it. Tell people about it. We're going to tell people about it. You guys tell people about it. Let them know we're giving away for free because the bigger the group, the better it is. All right, guys? And then don't forget Black Friday sales if you're looking out for extra course stuff. So I'm going to get out of here. You guys are great. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for any super chats, and I really appreciate everyone hopping on. So until next week, Serial Entrepreneur out. Bye, guys.